Hey everybody, I hope that all of you are doing well. Welcome back to a new video. My name is Evelyn Borta, and today I will be talking about the Lionsgate portal, which is reaching its peak around the 6th or 8th of August. I didn't want to include this in my August 2022 energy update video because it is such a powerful period of time where we have the possibility to receive a lot of DNA upgrades and to tap into our psychic gifts, psychic abilities, insight as well, and then also some ancestral downloads and ancestral wisdom. So it's one of those organic portals that is opening up every year, that is helping us with our organic initiation, organic human evolution, and spiritual evolution as well. And I thought it's definitely worth a separate video. So the energies will be the most intense around the 6th or 8th of August, or maybe 9th of August as well. But the portal itself, or we can call it a stargate, this organic portal is opening up around the 26th, 28th of July, and it will last until mid-August, or maybe the full moon in August, so 11th, 12th, something like that. So this period of time will be very strong, very intense and powerful. And I wanted to record this video closer to the date, so closer to the 8th of August, but I will be away for around 10 days and I will probably not have the possibility to record videos. So I thought I'm gonna do this earlier. All right, let's get into it. But before I get into this, I wanted to say that everyone who is using Telegram, you're more than welcome to join my Telegram, where I have a channel and I am posting updates. And whoever wants to support my work, then you can do it on Patreon, and then also you can subscribe to my BitChute. You will find the links to all these platforms down below. Okay, so what is the Lionsgate portal? So as I said, we can talk about the Lionsgate portal as a stargate as well, as one of those organic stargates that is opening up every year and is giving us the possibility to get to a higher level of consciousness, so tap into a higher consciousness, a higher evolutionary state, and a deeper awareness. And the month of August has a great potential to get us to a higher level of consciousness, to a higher dimension in that sense. And this is something that I talked about in my August energy update video. So if you haven't watched that yet, please watch it because it will give you an overview about what is going on the whole month. And the Lionsgate portal is playing a big part in this initiation process, in this higher consciousness and alignment with this cosmic consciousness as well. And what is happening during the Lionsgate portal is that our sun is aligning perfectly with the fixed star Sirius. So Sirius is a spiritual star, is a higher dimensional star. So it is our spiritual sun. And when this cosmic alignment happens, then we become imbued with this higher dimensional energy of ourselves. So we are tapping into this higher dimensional energy of our spirit, and it is giving us this great potential, this great opportunity to align perfectly with our spirit. So Sirius works as an anchor for our consciousness, as a support for our consciousness. And there's a very big part of our DNA that is deeply and highly connected to this star. And it is constantly referencing the star Sirius, and it's referencing the information as well that is coming from there. So Sirius works as a stargate for us, as an important portal that is connecting us to the cosmos. It is not only a stargate for us, but it's also a stargate for the cosmos itself. And the Lionsgate portal and this connection with Sirius has been referenced in Christianity as well, in Buddhism, and then different Eastern traditions. So these different ancient cultures are referring to Sirius as an important gateway. And some of these cultures are believing that in order to get through the gates of heaven, you have to go through Sirius. So Sirius has been referenced in many ancient books as well, many writings, and our DNAs are carrying information about all the stars, and they are carrying information about Sirius as well. So we have this genetic information. So when this cosmic alignment with the star during the Lionsgate portal happens, then we are able to download that information. So as I mentioned earlier, the Lionsgate portal is an organic portal, is an organic stargate. It is being created organically. It's not some artificially created portal, like for example, CERN is trying to create certain portals. This is a portal that is being rhythmically created based on the position of the Earth and the rhythmic dance of the cosmos and what is the cosmos going through. And that is why so incredibly powerful. And what we need to know about these portal systems and stargates is that they are being open for various periods of time, and they are being open for a limited period of time. So all the higher dimensional beings know when to connect to these portals and how to utilize the natural organic principles of the cosmos and how to move organically with this natural rhythm of the cosmos, these natural cycles of the cosmos. So whenever a portal like this opens, then we can join the natural dance of the cosmos. And this is where our initiation and evolution to higher level of being, to higher level of awareness is happening. So the Lionsgate portal is a natural and organic amplification of love. And we can attune to that love by being a vibrational match to this portal. So we can only utilize certain portals if we are a vibrational frequency match to these portals. And that is why we will receive information based on our vibrational frequency. And not every single one of us will be feeling that is being influenced in the same way. So we will be equally influenced and impacted by this portal opening up and by this organic rhythm, by this organic gateway, however, in a different way. It is all subject to our level of consciousness and energetic imprint and genetic imprint as well, and our connection to the star Sirius. So there are many factors that are influencing this upgradation. So this Lionsgate portal is also about rebirthing of our spirit energy, of our spirit self. And 88 in numerology is a symbol of infinity and is a symbol of DNA activation. And in astrology, the 8th house is representing death and rebirth. The 8th house is about total transformation, and it is being ruled by the planet Pluto, and then also Scorpio is about reinventing ourselves. So this number 8 is about the death and rebirth of our beings, our spiritual selves, and upgrading the memory of our cells, the cells in our body as well, not only genetically but then physically as well. It is about the upgradations and downloads also of our ancestral lineage, because stargates are bridging the gap between different civilizations and different dimensions. And also different dimensions are meaning different civilizations. So we are having the ability now to tap into that ancestral memory, ancestral knowledge, ancestral wisdom. But we will also receive some downloads of ancestral wounds and information about certain ancestral wounds. So it's a powerful time of healing and receiving wisdom and knowledge about how to heal these ancestral wounds. So basically, multidimensionally, we are receiving information about how to transmute the generational trauma, the ancestral trauma as well, and then to transmute the karma too. So it's about the transformation of the whole ancestral lineage and all the wounds that are relating to our ancestors, if we are receiving properly and we are able to receive these downloads that will help us to do that. So basically, we are performing healing on ourselves, but by doing that, we are performing a multidimensional healing as well, which is affecting our whole lineage. It is about becoming multidimensional healer at this time, and then tapping into versions of ourselves by this that have already gone through this process of initiation. So we can say, if we talk about the linear fashion of time, we could say that we can tap into future versions of us that have gone through this whole healing process and attuning to that information, attuning to that blueprint to those light codes that will help us to perform that healing on us. So yeah, it's a healing period, and because we will be able to receive like multidimensional information, it can get very overwhelming as well for our nervous system. So it can be an overwhelming period of time and overwhelming experience. However, when I say that we have to perform healing on us, or we are performing healing on us, I don't mean that we have to do anything specific, because we are talking about a natural initiation here. This is an organic process, and it's happening without you doing anything. So all you have to do is to attune to that, to receive it. And it is very important to be outside, so to spend time in the nature, because these powerful energies, these cosmic energies and galactic downloads are coming through the sun. We have to spend as much time as possible in the sun. So I'm actually very happy that I'm traveling at this period of time, and I will be outside in nature a lot. So if you can do that, then please be outside in the next 2 weeks. Many ancient cultures believe that the rising of Sirius carried highly advanced wisdom and highly advanced information as well. And we could tap into this wisdom whenever Sirius was very strong in the sky, and this is a period of time for that. And the rising of Sirius also corresponded with the raining season and the flooding of the river Nile. And that was supporting also the idea of a rebirth through the nourishing of the rain, through the nourishing principles of water. So a real death and rebirth. And then also in modern astrology, Sirius is being associated with highly advanced technology and with freedom. And that is why this month of August will be about tapping into our personal sovereignty and this desire to have freedom, to break free from all limitations. And on the 8th of August, the activation and the light codes that are coming through the sun will be the most intense, because the sun will be just halfway through the zodiac, so 15 degrees of Leo. And that is why it's being called the Lionsgate portal. And this halfway mark also signifies the midpoint between the June solstice and the September equinox. And that is thinning the veil between the spirit world and the material world. So the veil becomes very thin, and that's why there are lots of attempts of dark entities and dark forces to close this very powerful portal. This is a holy time. And it is not a coincidence that certain historic events as well happened at this period of time. So it is a period of occult practices as well. There are attempts and there are practices, or we can say that they are rituals performed by dark forces that want to revert this holy period of upgradation, this holy time. So they are working for the inversion of this holy time, and then also the anchoring of negative energies on our planet. So that is why there are certain historic events that didn't just happen randomly at this period. And I want to talk about a few of them. And the most important one of them is the Hiroshima bombing that happened on the 6th of August, 1945. So the dropping of the atomic bomb wasn't just a coincidence. This very powerful portal gateway was used for the anchoring of these dark energies by performing this ritual. The dropping of the atomic bomb wasn't just an assault on Japan. It was an assault on humanity. It was an occult ritual performed specifically on that date in a very calculated way. So it wasn't just random. It was a real assault. And the other thing, for example, that happened 2 days later was the USSR establishing a communist regime, a communist government on North Korea. And North Korea is still being governed under those ideologies. So it was a very calculated way of establishing this order in that country. It had a long-term effect. It does affect the country up to this point. And then 1945, August the 9th, the second atomic bomb was dropped in Nagasaki, right? What a coincidence. And then 1786, the US Congress chooses dollar as the monetary unit for the USA, also establishing something on that specific date, on the Lionsgate portal's date, 8th of August, created this elongated effect. It created this long-term effect because still up to this point, the USA is using dollar. That's another story that they want to get rid of it now. But just by choosing that specific date has set in motion certain very powerful energies and a very powerful cycle as well. And then in 1925, 8th of August, the first national march happened of the Ku Klux Klan in Washington, D.C. 1942, Mahatma Gandhi was arrested in Bombay. And then 1965, Singapore separates from Malaysia. August the 9th, which has set in motion also this elongated effect. So it's interesting that all these events, and the most of them, did have this elongated effect. Certain rituals that were performed at this time as well, especially the atomic bomb rituals, they have set in motion certain interdimensionals starting to visit our planet, the Greys. Interestingly, after this period of time of the atomic bombs, there were loads of UFO sightings. There were loads of abductions that we have heard about. There were multiple cases all of a sudden. Why? And I remember reading Dolores Cannon's books, and unfortunately I have to say that many of that information that people were channeling during these QHHD sessions were coming from low vibrational entities, from the lower astral. And what Dolores Cannon was mentioning in her books related to the atomic bombs was that the UFO sightings started to really pick up after the Second World War because we were monitored by these interdimensionals. And no, that wasn't the case. The actual ritual of the atomic bomb set in motion certain energies and possibly opened some portals as well through which these interdimensionals could travel. These negatively oriented, degenerate interdimensionals. So unfortunately, a big part of the New Age community still thinks that we have started to be monitored after the Second World War because these interdimensionals don't want us to destroy our planet by the atomic bomb. That wasn't the case. The Greys are degenerate versions, future versions of humanity that don't want the benefit of the planet, that are actually against the organic evolution. So there's a lot of misinformation in Dolores Cannon's books as well, unfortunately, I have to say, because during her sessions, QHHD sessions, there were loads of lower astral beings that came through the hypnosis, that came through her clients and delivered very false information. All right, so this is what I wanted to say about this portal, and let's pull a few cards now maybe. And what I would be curious about is how the collective will be affected by this portal and what will be the dominant theme in our collective. So what will be healing, what we will be working on, what is that will come up in the collective consciousness. So let me just shuffle the cards. We have the Three of Inspiration, which is the Three of Wands. We have the Tower upright. We have the Six of Voices, Six of Swords upright. The Knight of Wands, which is the Knight of Inspiration. Okay, and then bottom of the deck, we have the Star reversed. So there are many upgrades that are coming through our central sun, that are coming from the galactics, and the star is representing the fixed star Sirius, and it came out reversed, meaning that there are probably not many people that are ready for the receiving of these powerful energies that are coming through this cosmic portal. Also, the star reversed is representing illness, depression, and very narcissistic tendencies as well. And what I'm reading from this is that those tendencies are healing. So the division consciousness, the separation consciousness that is focusing purely on narcissistic things, that is purely focusing on the self, is healing at this time because of these powerful things that are coming in. So there's a lot of healing in terms of that. However, I have to say that this card is also telling me that there will be some interference. that it will be some attempts again to invert this holy time, because the star is about renewal and hope. So there will be some interference there, some attempts to make people lose hope and to have these pessimistic tendencies. So to interfere basically with the healing of humanity. So that is the underlying energy of this reading. And then we got the Three of Inspiration and the Tower upright. So both of them upright. And the Three of Inspiration is talking about teamwork here. But if you are looking at this card, there are many dominoes there that are being set in motion. So almost like a domino effect. And this Tower moment that is setting things in motion. So this energy that comes unexpectedly, and there's a unexpected shift, a very powerful shift that wasn't anticipated. So this Lionsgate portal will be a powerful shift for many people and for the collective as well. So there is something that will bring new energies in, but all of a sudden with a great speed, I would say, that lightening there, and it will set in motion certain things in the collective. So these dominoes will start falling, whatever that means. And the Three of Wands sometimes is talking about self-healing. So it can represent that self-healing that will be set in motion. So maybe certain catalytic events like catalysts, because the Tower is that catalytic moment and it can be quite dramatic. So either that is self-healing will be set in motion in the collective, or something related to commerce as well, because that is the card of partnership, of commerce as well. So I'm thinking maybe something related to trading as well that can be set in motion. So whatever that means, it will come fast. It will come fast and quite unexpected. And then we had the Six of Voices, which is the Six of Swords, that most of the time talks about relocation, but especially times when we are being helped by others to get out of situations that are very dangerous. So it's a path out of a dangerous situation. Many times it's indicating a journey, traveling, internet as well, and then also a journey in consciousness. So there's a consciousness evolution here that is taking place at the time of the Lionsgate portal. And the Knight of Inspiration is the Knight of Wands. So definitely times of this firework energy. So lots of things that are giving us a spark of inspiration. And also this is an energy that is coming in very fast. So this Knight of Inspiration energy is that spark of inspiration, the energy of a warrior. And look, lightning and then also fireworks. So a lot of shaking up of the collective consciousness, a lot of shaking up of our belief systems maybe as well, that will will start a new cycle. So a lot of action. I don't know why I'm picking up that there will be a lot of action. And yes, the dominating theme is, I feel like, this domino effect here. Something that is coming in, you know, this powerful cosmic energy, the light codes, the activations that will just set in motion things, and it will create a domino effect for the rest of the year. So yeah, the dominoes will fall, whatever that means, but they will fall. And they will fall for a positive outcome. And what I'm also picking up here is that there is a very powerful paradigm shift, like collective paradigm shift, that will get us out from dangerous situations. Probably a dystopian future or a path that would not benefit humanity. So many people will get out and will choose a new way because of this powerful shift, because of this paradigm shift. So aligning with the cosmic consciousness, with the spirit self. Almost like serendipity. Out of something very painful, there is something that is being born, which is super beautiful. So it's a paradoxical situation. And this will be initiated by that ancestral wisdom and that ancestral information that we are receiving. So almost like you are being saved to go down a particular path, because if you did that, that will be disastrous for you, that will lead you to this degenerate path. And there is this ancestral wisdom that many will download that will get them out of this dangerous situation there. So it's almost like your ancestors are holding you in their palm there, and they're helping you to bridge that gap and not to get hurt. And it's all happening within you, and you are receiving that download from them. So there's a lot of ancestral help that is available at this time, and it's very interesting. Yeah, it just came as a download for me now, that there is a lot of ancestral wisdom that will make many people to change their minds, and that will set things in motion. But you have to know, if you're going through this difficult period of time during the Lionsgate portal, as I did last year, I don't know this year what is going to be activated, but if that is the case, you have to know that you will know what to do and what steps to take, because you will access this information through your DNA. So your DNA will contain that information, and you will be able to tap into that. Okay, so a lot of ancestral help of our lineage. That is beautiful. So help, as I said, from interdimensionals as well, which are future versions of us. So this multi-dimensional healing, this multi-dimensional help as well. All right, guys, I hope that this resonated. I hope that it did make sense. It is super hot in my room, so I think I will have to finish this recording. But yeah, this is about the Lionsgate portal. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for listening. As I said, please join my Patreon, join my Telegram, and then also you can join my BitChute as well. So have an amazing Lionsgate portal. Take care, everybody, and I cannot wait to see you next time.